Hi, I'm Carrie with Tri-City United, and I'm going to walk you through a recreational registration today. Once you've clicked on the link, either through your email or from the website, this is the first screen that it will bring you to. The most important thing to have in mind when you are registering for our recreational program is which night you want to play your games, or which day if you choose Saturday. There is a getting started guide located right here for Sports Engine if you've never used it before. If you do need financial aid, you should click on this link first, complete that application, and then wait for the approval prior to completing this registration. If you have registered your player before, you will see another radio button here that would list your player's name. You should always choose that. Don't enter a new player if your player already shows up here. Otherwise, you're creating a duplicate profile for your player. Since I haven't registered a player before, that's the only option I have. So I am going to just enter the name of the player here, first name and last name. It's also important that you use the legal name of your child here and not their nickname. So if your child's name is Madeline, for instance, but you call her Maddie, please enter Madeline there instead of Maddie. This screen is all about entering information about the player. So as you can see, it brought the player's name over from what I entered on the previous screen. I'm now going to enter her birth date. It's important that you get this right as well. Sometimes, believe it or not, we do get incorrect birth dates entered, and that will mess up the next screens. So try to get that right. Their gender, their current age, address. And then in the recreational program, we put teams together based on their grade. So this should be the grade that they're going into or are already in. If they are in elementary school, then also choose their school, and we will attempt to form the teams with other kids from their school. And then this last question is about a physical disability. If your child has a physical disability that you want us to be aware of and you want concessions for, then you would click yes here, and then you would get a link to another registration to complete. I'm going to choose no. This page is all about you, the parent, the person registering the child for the program. So I'm going to enter my information here. This is important in case we have to contact you for some reason. Usually it's about a registration or about a team change. You can also enter a second parent's name here. So if you have a spouse, an ex-spouse, a partner, whatever you would like to enter there, you can. That's optional. And then the emergency contact information. And this should be somebody that's not you, somebody different than what you entered above. In case there's emergency, we will attempt to reach you first, and then we will go to the emergency contact. Now, this is about choosing which day you want to play on. Because I chose 5th grade as the grade for my child, the only option I have is for Saturday. If I had chosen pre-K to 3rd grade, I would have gotten Thursday as an option as well. This was for fall 2022. Each season is slightly different as far as what days are offered. So pay attention to the website so that you have that information. And then based on all the prior answers that I've given in this registration, it's only giving me the option for a 5th grade girl and the price for the registration, and that is correct. If for some reason you see something here that is not correct, it says 3rd grade boy and you're a 5th grade girl, then you need to go back in the registration and correct your answers. And you can go back by scrolling up to the top and then just clicking on one of the other screens that you've already entered. So this section is all about entering your friend request. Please enter their first and last name. If they have an unusual spelling, it would be good if you got that right, but we will do our best to match those up as well. Please don't enter more than one friend here, or a coach's name, or something like same team as last time. That does not help us. There are 1,500 to 1,800 players in the spring and the fall, so it's impossible for us to know which team you are on. It will work best if the friend that you enter here also enters you as their friend request. Our recreational program depends on volunteer coaches, and that is what this page is about. We would love if you would volunteer to coach your son or daughter's team, and that's what this page is all about. It explains what is required for a volunteer coach and what we provide you. You do not need to have any soccer knowledge to coach a team. We provide all the practice plans, all the information. We will loan you the equipment that you need for the season. And like I said, we depend on volunteer coaches for the recreational program to work its best. So if you are willing to volunteer, you would click yes here. And when you do click yes, then we will send you an email with information. At the time that we start forming the teams, we still don't have anybody that has volunteered to coach your team. You will get another email asking you to coach. At that point, please consider it, because if we don't find a coach for your team, we'll likely have to disband the team and move all of the kids to other teams, and that may break up your friend request. Okay, this screen is all about the jersey. If you've played in the past and you have a jersey that fits your child well, you do not need to order another one. If this is your first time in the recreational program, then you do need to order a jersey. This page is all about our policies and guidelines. The first section is a media release that allows us to take photos, videos, etc. at rec practices and games and post that information to our website, social media, etc. So if you agree, just click I agree. If you do not want your child's photo used, then click I do not want my child's photo used, and we will do our best to make sure that we exclude your child from anything that we post. The next section is about concussions. It's important for parents and players to understand what a concussion is and why it's so serious. So please download one of these fact sheets. COVID-19 guidelines. Tri-City is always going to follow any local and state rules and regulations. And this is just acknowledging that you understand that and have reviewed the COVID page on our website. And then this last section here is a release of liability and assumption of risk. There's obviously risk in playing any sport, and this releases Tri-City from any lawsuits related to those injuries that could happen playing sports. So you need to click, and then you would sign your name electronically here by typing your name into that box, and then click keep going. This page is completely optional. You do not need to answer any of these questions, but the information here is used for us to obtain grants. So we get asked to specify the percentage of our players in each ethnicity, and also in whether they are financial aid recipients or not. And so that is the reason why we ask these questions in the registration, just so we can capture the information for our grant writing. But like I said, they are completely optional. You do not need to answer them. And then this is the last page about donations. If you would like to make a donation to Tri-City United Soccer Club, we would appreciate that. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so any donation is tax deductible. And we depend on donations in order to operate. I'm going to choose no, and then I'm going to choose review, which will bring you to the review page for the registration. This just reviews that all the information is correct, so you can go through it, make sure everything is as you want it, and you can go back and edit it if you would like to by clicking on the edit button next to each section. If, by the way, you were going to register, you had another child to register in the program, you could click register another person and go through that whole process again and check out for all of them at once. So this is the checkout page. So all you need to do now is click checkout, enter your credit card or your checking account information, and you're all done. Process, and you know you're done when you get to the page that says registration is complete. And that's it.